Maybe I'll see if I can connect to the.
Mic check. All right, I gotta get new, but mic check, real quick, real quick. I want to read something. So the goddess of the day is. Hold on. All right. So the goddess that I will be discussing is goddess Mabokuma, and if I am saying that incorrect, please forgive me. Uh, but yeah, she is the goddess of soul forgiveness, and you ain't gotta forgive me. I want to make that clear, okay? Take that up with somebody else. Take that up with somebody else. All right. So I just read this part right here, and I was like, what? So now I'm interested. Yesterday we talked about Medusa, uh, the goddess of rage, and today we are talking about soul forgiveness. So every day, if not every day, maybe once a week, because I'm trying not to give myself more than I can chew. You feel me? Um, I will go live on TikTok. I will go live on TikTok. Be sure to follow me over on TikTok. The TikTok ID is goddess telly underscore. Um, you can also click the link in the profile here on YouTube, and that will take you to everything that I have going on. So I do want to say this before I get started, before I talk about the goddess. um, I do want to let you guys know that I do have a project in the making, which is called the Bitter to Better Project. What's a You know what a wedgie is? Stop playing with me, Trenton Smith. Stop playing with me. You don't know what a wedgie is? Go look it up. Google is your best friend. Google is your best friend, my guy. Um, what is today's date? So those of you know, not y'all just come just to ask me a stupid ass question and get the hell on. What's up, mustard muncher? What up, mustard muncher? Hey yo, be sure to subscribe. Be sure to like. Be sure to share. Be sure to support your channel. Hi, Mustard. How are you? Um, so again, my name is Goddess Telly. Um, I am the goddess of all things. I make t-shirts, I make flyers, I am a creative. I do oracle readings, I do tarot readings, and I also have a project coming out called the Bitter to Better Project. And people ask, well, what was that about? Well, I can tell you just a quick little synopsis, all right? There was a person who kept to themselves, rarely seeking out the company of others. They didn't have many friends and they preferred it that way, right? They preferred it that way. Their solitude wasn't a burden. It was a choice. It was a choice, a way to keep their peace intact, a way to remain unbothered, okay? A way to remain unbothered. Yet, despite their efforts to remain unbothered, life had a way of intruding. To them, it was absurd how others would disrupt their quiet, especially when they had done nothing to invite such disturbances, right? So this person was frustrated not just by the intrusion, but by the way it unsettled their spirit, okay? Um they had more important things to do. You know, she had other things to focus on. Hey, how y'all doing? Um, she had other things to focus on, but this person stayed wanting to be better. Okay, can you say yes? I can. I can. Yes, I can. This person was frustrated not by the intrusion, but by the way by the way they unsettled their spirit, right? Did you subscribe to my channel? Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Be sure to like, be sure to share. You shut up. Tell your mother to shut up. I ain't got do it look like I got a wig on? Y'all are funny. Y'all are hilarious. I can't wait to catch the replay. Yep, I got your mama wig on. How about that? I got your mama wig on. 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 I got your ma- I got your mama wig on. I got your mama wig on. I got you. Let me stop. All right, behave, 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 behave. But yo, welcome to Telly's Corner. Meet me there. I am Goddess Telly. As you can see, my light is so bright. I get these weird requests. You know, I get these weird. Now, granted, I do need my hair done. I do need my hair done. That's for sure. I do need my hair done. That's for sure. Um, but yeah, but yeah. So this person was frustrated. This person was frustrated not just by the intrusion, but by the way it unsettled their spirit. They had more important things to focus on, matters that required their full attention, right? But something darker loomed over them. An entity they referred to as punk ass Chauncey. You feel me? Punk ass Chauncey, who is a demon that seemed determined to cling to their very soul. It wasn't just a metaphor, it was a feeling, a presence that gnawed at their inner peace, refusing to let go, right? They were desperate to find relief, to remove this unwanted presence from their life. They didn't want to recycle the pain or carry it forward. They wanted to relinquish it completely. Did that be, you know? They wanted to remove and relinquish it on some exorcist type stuff. You feel me? So, writing wasn't something that they had planned. Writing was not something that they had planned. They did not set out to write this book, especially not to be born from bitterness, right? Not to be born from bitterness. But as the days went on, they realized that sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas, okay? Sometimes life pushes you in directions you never intended to go. You think you're going this way, and life is pushing you that way. You think you're going this way, and life is pulling you that way. You feel me? You ain't had no intentions on writing no book. You didn't have no intention on exposing. You was just being unbothered. But look at what unbothered gets us, right? It still can get us bitterness. It still can get us bitterness. So writing this book was not planned. Especially I don't like to grow stuff from bitterness. Believe it or not, I don't want to grow stuff from bitterness. That means my hands really gets dirty. You know, I have the chance of getting sick. I have the chance on passing it on to someone else. Who wants that? Who wants that? Um so sometimes you have to step out of the shadows and confront the things that haunt you. And this is what's brought on the book Bitter to Better. So if anybody wants to support this project, you can go to my Instagram, or you can actually click the link in here. It'll take you straight to my Instagram, and you can click the link on the bio, and you can go ahead and support the Bitter to Better project. Um, and so they, I begin to write, turning their bitterness into something much better. They understood, I understood now that life can be simple, but often people do make it hard. People make it hard. You know how they say, keep it simple, stupid? Well, I felt like I have always kept it simple, but people have always kept it stupid. You feel me? I have always made things better, but people have always tried to make things bitter. And if anybody is in here, can you relate? Have you always been on a up, 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 but then it's hard, or it you find it hard to get up because somebody's on your leg trying. I'm saying trying. They are not succeeding. They are trying. They are trying to bring you down, but nothing works. Nothing works. We always turn bitter into better, and that is the name of my very first book, scheduled to be out next month. So talk to me nice. I was determined to find a way to turn my struggles into something meaningful. To show that even in the hardest times, there is still a path to something better. So if anybody would love to support the Bitter to Better project, head over to my IG again, Goddess Telly underscore, and you can go ahead and support. You don't always have to support in funds. Of course, that is what we need. But if you don't have that, share it. At least listen to the story. At least give $1. And if you don't want to support through the project, you can also send it to the Cash App, which is Goddess Telly, GoddessTellY. Okay. So let's get into the read today. We are talking soul forgiveness. We are talking soul forgiveness. So what caught my eye, right? Um, so this goddess, she comes from the Temple of Lovers. Her element is bush. She is the goddess of soul forgiveness. So it says for the Ngombe Bantu, goddess Mbokuma, this is her, was the first woman, right? Her father, a Congo, the cranky supreme god, put her and her loud children in a basket and and dismissed her and dismissed them to earth. Okay, I said, say what now? His cranky behind self put her, not just her, but her and her children in a basket and dismiss them to earth, right? So her guidance to you is, who do you need to forgive? Let it go and reclaim yourself. Forgiveness is a gift of freedom for you from you. Okay? You can't rush forgiveness. You have to feel it to heal it. Talk to me nice, louder for the people in the back, Telly. You cannot rush forgiveness. You have to feel it. You have to see it. You have to touch it. Because you're like, yeah, I forgive you. I don't want no parts. I don't want no parts, but I forgive you. What are you forgiving? What are you forgiving? You have to feel it in order to heal it. That's just like getting cut and you just want to not look at it, or you just want to slap a band-aid on it. No, you want to like check for puffiness, you want to clean it. You want to then maybe put a bandage on it, but then you want to take that bandage off, touch it, still hurt, but it don't hurt as much as it did when you first cut yourself. That's how it starts. So you can't rush forgiveness. You have to feel it to heal it. Feel the pain, feel the hurt, feel the grief, feel the rage, feel the despair. Take time with your heart. Forgiveness is a higher vibration. Forgiveness is a higher vibration frequency than the pain you must allow yourself to feel. Unforgiveness colors your world with lack. Unforgiveness colors your world with mistrust. Unforgiveness colors your world with resentment. You start to see everything through victim colored glasses. You start to see everything through dry eyes. Dry eyes, not clear eyes. But forgiveness does not have to include reconciliation. Forgiveness don't have to include, oh, we're friends again. Forgiveness does not have to include, hey, now that I forgave you or you forgave me, let's go out. That's not what forgiveness means, okay? You do not have to pick up where you left off. And I mean, you can actually pick up where you left off. This is why there's no reconciliation. This is why we can't be as close as we were. But it does not mean I love you no less. This is the whole stand on business. You feel me? Stand on business. Forgiveness does not have to include reconciliation. Start with self. Start with self forgiveness. Say it out loud. I forgive myself with love. I forgive myself with love. And this goddess affirmation is I forgive and free myself. I forgive and I free others, okay? Um let's go to the big book. He really put her in a basket? There must have been some whining ass babies. Like, what the hell? All right. Let me go to the big book. I got some time, so I'm going to read you. I'm going to read you. So, those of you that don't know, I am pulling and reading from the African Goddess Rising Oracle deck by Aviola Abrams. Shout out to Aviola Abrams. She has been a huge part of my healing. Um, would love to meet you one day. Let's see. So, this goddess Mbokomu Mbokomu. And if I'm saying that wrong, please forgive me. Move. All right. So her message. This cat getting on my nerves, y'all. So her message to you is, hey, loved one, it is okay to release it, my child. You are free to let it go. Reclaim yourself now. Put this thing down. Put this thing down, whatever it is. You see, it didn't even, she didn't even give it a name. She said this thing. Put this thing down. You feel me? Go lay down. So put this thing down. So here's her story. This is her story. I'm reading right from the book. Great goddess Mubakumo, keeper of mysteries. We see you, we say your name. Carry me today, and I will carry you tomorrow. This goddess was loving life. For the Ngombe Bantu, she was the first woman on earth. Hello? No, why would she was the first woman on earth. So she has seen some things. Being the first, you done seen some things. Being the first, you done seen some things. So she has seen some things. As the goddess of ancestry and community, she was given the ability to speed up or slow down time. Her father was a Congo, the one and only supreme God, almighty and the unending. They all lived in the sky with her children. The earth and the sky were pretty close together at that time. Oh, we was close to heaven. You it says the earth and the sky were pretty close together at that time. So she easily hopped back and forth to the earth and planted a luscious garden. She was an incredible cook. The kids were hooked on her Szechuan with pap, which is cornmeal porridge. How many people know what porridge is? And greens on the side. They wanted to eat it all night. They wanted to eat it all the time. Of course, to get the recipe just right, she had to pound the meat day and night, tenderizing it with her mortar and pestle. Bam, 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 bam. Her father, a Congo, was cranky. He was old and he was annoyed. It took much work to create the world. The noise of the constantly banging pedestal bothered him. Oh, he was just a grump. He was just a grump. It bothered him. Plus, the kids ate all the food. Ain't that what kids do? Plus, the kids ate all the food. Finally, a Congo couldn't take it anymore. He put her and her kids in a huge basket and lowered them from the sky. As he did this, the basket pushed the sky and earth further apart, okay? Is it safe to say she was the one keeping it together or close? So for him to do that, and it says that it pushed the sky and the earth far, far apart. That's a question that I have. Why would you? Because you, all right, focus, Sally, focus. But a Congo made sure that they were taken care of. He did do that. He made sure that they were taken care of. The basket was overflowing with all of their favorites, plus sugarcane, maize, grains, and cassava. Okay? Shout out to the four. Shout out to the four. Um, then a Congo disappeared and left everything to her, the ancestors, and the mediums to handle. She urged her daughter to have a baby so there would be more people to enjoy her garden. Her daughter promised, and she was instantly pregnant. She warned her to be careful, as the evil Ibenga, the beginner, was always out there looking to cause trouble. Her daughter decided to go for a walk. She was singing in the forest when she came up to a friendly man. He looked kind of funny with a super hairy body, but he definitely didn't look evil. They struck up a conversation. The man asked for her help, so she shaved him and gave him a hug, and he revealed himself. It was the evil Ibenga. He waved his arms and cast the spell on her. And cast the spell on her. Oh shit. I'm sorry. She All right, let me read that again. So, cuz I think my phone cut out. Um she warned her child to be careful as the evil Ibinga, the beginner, was always out there looking to cause trouble. Her daughter decided to go for a walk. She was singing in the forest. Then she came up to a friendly man. He looked kind of funny with a super hairy body, but he definitely didn't look evil. They struck up conversation. The man asked for her help, so she shaved him and gave him a hug, and he revealed himself. It was the evil Ibinga. He waved his arms and cast the spell on her baby. The problems and sorrow of the world were unleashed. The daughter went home crying. She begged her mother for forgiveness. She loved her and her grandchild to be. She forgave her daughter and reminded her that a bitter heart eats its owner. Louder for the people in the back, Telly. She reminded her daughter that a bitter heart eats its owner. I need to use that. A bitter heart eats its owner. Ooh, oh, oh. It's given. It's given on Friday when Pops when Craig dad got bit by that dog, but he was telling Craig like you better get a job. If you don't get a job, you ain't gotta worry about no dog biting you, or you ain't gotta worry about catching no dog. You gotta worry about a dog catching your ass. So that's what I get when I read that a bitter heart eats its owner. That it eats its owner. She slowed down time. So we're talking, and I'm sorry if anybody's just coming in here, but I'm not sorry, but I'm just doing a reading. So I am talking about Goddess Mubukuma. She is the goddess of soul forgiveness. Um, so again, the quote is a bitter heart eats its owner. Mubukuma slowed time down, turning seconds into years so that despite the problems unleashed, her family could have a good life. The Bantu speaks in Proverbs. A redeemer of people is a walker with people. Proverbs tell the truth of the oldest people. Many of their proverbs are about the need for forgiveness. This is the gift of Mubakumu. Her energy is about healing and her energy is about healing and healthy ties that bind, okay? As the ancestor of all people and the first gardener, she oversees community matters. Any community is only as strong as our ability to forgive each other and heal. The Bantu people have a saying, Amantu Nugramantu Nagabantu. This means a person is a person through other persons. This is the philosophy of Ubuntu. So, can we talk just a little bit about soul forgiveness? Let's talk a little bit about soul forgiveness. This is the goddess here. Let's talk soul forgiveness. Adjoining houses always burn. The Bantu say, this is why your soul must forgive. Your soul must forgive. And your soul is not forgiving them. It's for you. is for you. And again, forgiving the next person does not mean reconciliation. Forgiving that next person does not mean we get to be friends again. So, adjoining houses always burn. This is why your soul must forgive. I probably have less Bantu lineage in my DNA indicates, as I come from a family of professional grudge holders. Generation of folks who will stop speaking to each other at the drop of a dime. I know all about that. I know all about that. Listen, 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 Linda. I know all about that. When my first marriage fell apart many years ago due to repeated infidelity, I was deeply ashamed and didn't want the stigma of being called a jilted woman. So I declared, I forgive him. We will be friends. Almost immediately, I tried to stuff my agony down and move forward. But of course, that did not work. It was a conscious upcoupling without the conscious part. I felt sad, deeply hurt, and broken. Spraying perfume on the wounds didn't help them stink any less. Healing took a long time. It was incredibly tough because I didn't allow myself to feel my feelings. You can't rush forgiveness. The pain and resentment will simply wait for you if you do. This is not an argument for being unforgiven. Forgiveness must be an active practice, okay? Forgiveness must be an active practice. You can't spiritually bypass it, okay? You have to feel it to heal it. Feel the pain, feel the hurt, feel the grief, feel the despair. Know your own soul. Take your time with your heart. You have the right to feel what you feel. Burn the person you are in unforgiveness with an effing, what's that? FG? I don't know that word. If you need to. I guess that means fuck it. I don't know. Feel your sorrows, feel your pain, feel your rage. Ask your doctor if it's safe for you to use an African bloodstone yoni egg as part of your healing. If not, just carry it close to your skin. It may help you ground your emotions. So, why do we want to forgive in the first place? When we are in a state of unforgiveness, it colors our entire world with lack, with fear, with resentment. We lack access to love. We lack fear of getting hurt again and are locked into resentment. Locked up, they won't let me out. They won't let me out. I'm locked up. That as the aggrieved party, you start to see everything through victim colored glasses. Forgiveness is a personal liberation practice, a gift of freedom for you, from you. Okay, you are still emotionally enmeshed with whoever you haven't forgiven. You are still energetically attached, even if you do not speak. Okay? This applies to former partners, friends, family members, co workers, or the guy who bumped you in on the train. Their energy is bound up with yours. That's that intertwinement, right? Again, forgiving is about you. It is not about them. You will not have immediate access to forgiveness if your trust has just been violated, okay? And yesterday we talked about Medusa. So forgiveness is a higher vibrating frequency than the anger, because the anger, the hurt, and the pain is on some low vibrational frequency, right? You can feel that vibrationally. Hurt and resentment are a lower frequency. It's okay to inch up to forgiveness. It's okay to start small. Forgiveness frees you from your past. Forgiveness frees you from the bad. Forgiveness frees you from the ugly or the indifferent. If you have energetic connections with people you don't want to be connected to, it's unfair to you and those close to you. Because you guess what? You're gonna be bleeding on the next nice guy or the next nice girl. So, a couple of years ago, I naively gave a business partner access to my bank account. The person squandered and misdirected thousands of dollars. When I confronted them about it, they were completely unremorseful and instead of apologizing, chided me for raising my voice. I had no written contract because I considered them to be my friend. I didn't feel like I can talk to anyone about what happened because I was super embarrassed. I felt like I could never forgive them, but my brain kept replaying the situation over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. I had to find forgiveness for my own freedom. I will never ever speak to them again, but I was able to forgive and set myself free. On the other side of the coin, you need to forgive yourself and allow yourself to be forgiven. In the same situation, I was angry at myself for being so naive. I said mean things to myself about the situation. I had to forgive myself. The biggest resentments you have are towards yourself. Hello? Thank you. Hey, Ashley. So the biggest resentments that you have are towards yourself. You did the best you could. Stop blaming and shaming yourself. Release the obligation to feel guilty for things in your past. You deserve to be forgiven by you, okay? If you can't find forgiveness in the human part of you, close your eyes and feel into the divine part of you. You must be what you came from, right? Tune into the God or goddess energy within. How does spirit feel about you? Forgive yourself from that energy. The road to forgiveness, it may be rocky, but that's okay, right? Take your time, observe your thoughts, feel your feelings. Don't rush it, but you don't want to live in the space of resentment either. So don't let your past eat up your future. You are love, right? So if anybody resonated with this goddess, this is the goddess of soul forgiveness. Yesterday we talked about Medusa. When you honor this goddess, you honor the part of you that can forgive and also be forgiven. That's that yin and the yang. You can't have one and not the other, right? You may choose to honor this energy inside yourself or invoke her energy according to your own tradition. So, to honor the goddess in you, honor her by choosing to forgive yourself and others. Her people believe that ancestors live only as long as someone remembers them. The same is true for grievances. Say this out loud: I forgive myself with love. I forgive myself with love. Her symbols: as the daughter of the first peoples, her number is one. So if one resonates with anyone, and her color is blue. Her specials times are September the 24th, which is Heritage Day. She has a song called Coming Home and another song called Strong as Glass. I'll try to play that. I just hope YouTube don't ban me, block me, or ooh, I gotta get my hair done or do whatever. If you guys want to do the traditional a soul forgiveness ritual. You step on an egg. So let's read this. The Ubuntu concept that we are all one works well. Wait, what? The Ubuntu concept that we are all one works well during times of peace or as a reminder during light struggles. Many of us have a lifetime of grudges stored in our soul, built mostly on comparatively petty injustices. But how would Ubuntu apply the aftermath of war when unspeakable genocidal crimes have been committed? Questions. Pick it up. In northern Uganda, East Africa, many former children soldiers would have committed violent war crimes against their own communities after attempting to reintegrate tribal elders in Uganda. Um, this symbolic healing ceremony is witnessed by the community as a first step. The former fighters are called returnees instead of soldiers to free them from the stigma of war. After the reconciliation ceremony, they are considered cleansed of their former crimes. Um, the Nayano tongue. I'm sorry, I be butchering these names, but I'm learning just like you're learning. So, in other words, step on the egg ceremony is simple but powerful. The offender confesses their crimes and expresses sorrow, guilt, and remorse. They beg for forgiveness from their victims, if available, and from the community. Elders place an egg on a opobo branch with a layaba, a forked stick. A pobo sap is a soap used for laundry and cleaning. Here, the apobo cleanses the returnee of bad influences, shameful experiences, and offensive behaviors. The returnee steps on the egg, breaking the shell. All right, I gotta get out of here soon because my daughter's calling me. The returnee steps on an egg, breaking the shell. The egg represents the reintroduction to innocence and purity. If they have babies, their feet are also dipped in the raw egg. The now forgiven former offender hops over the branch, symbolizing a jump into the new life. They are made whole and considered restored to who they were before the atrocity. The Lehiba represents breaking bread as a community. Food is put on the ground as a sign of unity, and everyone eats together. As a final step, the returnee makes amends. They may compensate victims, survivors, and their families with sheep, goats, and cows. The community forgives, okay? Um, so your soul forgiveness ritual, carry the stone. The intention of this ritual is to forgive. We are talking soul forgiveness. And again, forgiveness is not forgiveness does not mean reconciliation. Okay? Forgiveness does not mean you guys pick back up like it was 1999. That's not what it means to forgive, okay? Um so Bishop Tutu and his daughter Reverend Mempho Tutu created a four-step plan called the Fourfold Path for forgiving. Bishop Tutu and the chair of my phone is going off. I'm gonna have to leave after this. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. If y'all want to pick up, if y'all resonate with this at all, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. Be sure to also be sure to also find out Oh my God, am I frozen? Oh man, I think I'm frozen. I don't know if I'm frozen, but I damn sure I'm gonna have to get out of here soon. I will be live later. I will be live later on TikTok at 8:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But let me try to finish this because I do have a meeting at 5 o'clock, and my phone is ringing. It's like when you set time for yourself, when you try to get shit done, now people want to be calling you and stuff. So, as Bishop and Reverend Tutu say in the book of forgiveness is not a luxury, okay? Forgiveness is not a luxury. Open with the forgiveness mantra. When I forgive, you no longer define me. Louder for the people in the back, Telly. When I forgive, you no longer define me, okay? So if anybody is interested in doing this ritual, what you would need is a stone, something that you need to forgive someone else for, and something you did that you need to forgive yourself for. Just three things. Three things. So what to do? Part one, you carry the stone. You matter of fact, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back and give y'all the what to do. Or if y'all catch this on the replay and y'all was really following from A to Y, be like, hey Telly, can I get Z? And I got y'all. I got you. So I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here. Thank y'all for listening. Again, my name is Goddess Telly. Be sure to like, be sure to comment, be sure to share, be sure to subscribe. Again, I do have a Kickstarter campaign right now. You can click the link on this bio here. It will take you to my website. If you're looking to support me in any way, that is the best way to go. It is Virgo season. I am a Virgo, so talk to me nice. Shout out to the Virgos. If your birthday is today, if your birthday is tomorrow, if your birthday has passed, if your mama's a Virgo, if your daddy's a Virgo, if your auntie's a Virgo, shout out to the Virgos. Shout out to the Virgos. It's our time. It's our season. A lot of us Virgos are empaths. A lot of us Virgos are fillers where it may not feel like it's our season. But guess what? It's our season. It's our season. So talk to us nice. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here.